Okay, guys, thanks so much for getting on the Team Fit and Fabulous call. It is Wednesday, June 24th, and we have Lindsay Hay on the call tonight going to talk about the Power Hour. I know each and every one of us is busy, no matter if you're working, a stay-at-home mom, just doing a million other things. Like our brains in today's society are going like this in social media and getting emails, and it's just hard to stay focused. So Lindsay is going to talk about how to break down, if you just have an hour a day to focus, how to break that down and what exactly to do in that hour. And if you have 2 hours, do 1 hour and then do another hour again. So she's going to break all that down for us today. First, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Jen Boxberger. She went Emerald last week on Thursday, and she's at 30 Success Club points for the month of June. So I don't want anybody sitting there comparing themselves or any of that, because we're all at different starting points and we all, have different goals. And so that's all fine and dandy. So I just don't want anybody to compare yourselves, but I am so proud of her, and the hard work that she's putting in is definitely paying off. Also, I just wanted you guys to know, make sure you look in your back office in that top portion. It's called like breaking news. The challenge packs are changing tomorrow. I think it's going to have something to do with the club membership. So make sure you check that out, because it's changing tomorrow. They're going to try all that out. So check that out. Make sure you know what's going on there, as well as if you didn't get on the National Wake Up Call about the leadership ladder, that was an amazing call, because it really broke down more than just a rank. It really broke down what it takes to grow as a leader. And when you grow as a leader, your income will grow too. So it's not just about rank, it's growing as a person and growing and helping your team grow. So make sure you listen to that National Wake Up Call, because I thought it was wonderful. As well as if you're going to Summit, the last day to qualify is tomorrow. So if you're going for Emerald, if you're going for Diamond, any of those things, push for tomorrow. Make it happen. I know you guys can, been talking to people, and I know it's possible because I've seen it. So really dig deep in. We can do this. We can do this. And then I think that's all my announcements I have for today. So I will go ahead and hand it over to Lindsay, and she is going to rock out this call.
Hey guys, I'm glad to be able to speak with you guys tonight. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, head nod. Okay, so I first learned about the Power Hour like a year and a half ago at Platinum Edge, which is a conference in Dallas, which Kelsey posted about it. You all should look into that. I'll let you know more about it later. It's in November. But if you're like me, you build your business through social media. I'd say I build like 98% of my business through social media. The bad thing about that is that it is super distracting. So I don't know about you guys, but I really struggle with the Facebook newsfeed. It's like this time warp, and I like get sucked into it. And so the Power Hour is something that when you're doing it, it has to be completely focused. You have to get all of distractions out of your way. So basically you want to like build a fortress around you, put your blinders on, and just go to work. So no TV, no kids, no husband, music, maybe, I don't know if it pumps you up and keeps you going, use it. But anything that will distract you, you need to get rid of. So basically for me, I work part-time. So I work 2 days a week. And a Power Hour for me then, depending on if I'm working out before work or not, sometimes I have to split it up on those days, half an hour in the morning, half an hour at night, but usually I get that hour in after work. Whenever you can fit it in is when you do it. There's not a set time that's best. It's whenever you can do it. I really think it's best if you do 1 hour straight through, because you can really focus. And any more than that, you need to take a break anyways. Your mind needs to kind of recharge. And hold on, please. Go find Daddy, please. Sorry. Hold on 1 moment. Go find Daddy, please.
I love this because it's real life. This is real life. This is what a Beach Buddy coach is all about. It's all good.
So my husband's supposed to be here. I'm not quite sure. We have a sick child, so that might be part of the problem. But okay. So I think I was saying 1 hour straight through is probably best, because once you kind of get on a roll and you're focused, you just go. So the thing with this, though, I'm going to teach you how to truly build your business only working 1 hour a day. I say that's probably the minimum. Some days you're going to be able to do more. Some days you might not fit that in. But you can build your business in 1 hour a day if you do it consistently. Not 1 hour here, 1 hour there, but consistently every single day. If you truly want to build your business, I'm talking 7 days a week. You know, I really do spend a lot of time with my family on the weekends and all of that. But the Saturday, Sunday thing is up to you guys. Sorry. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. And can you hear that yelling? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to call my husband.
Lindsay, she can join you in the call. It's fine.
That's actually Evan now. So Jamie must have stepped outside. And he has 104 fever, so we're struggling tonight. But anyways, okay. I hear Jamie. So I'm going to break it down for you in 20-minute increments, because for me, it's easier to break things down instead of thinking of a full hour. What am I going to do for a full hour? So I'm going to give you 20-minute increments. So the first one you're going to do is reach out to people. This is the first 20 minutes. And the reason I put this one at the top, and I feel like maybe a lot of coaches do, is because I feel like this is probably one of the hardest things and the things you don't really want to do. And in our Girl Boss training group, we are reading Eat That Frog, and it's, I think, the frog. Like, you don't really want to reach out to people. It's out of your comfort zone, and I just feel like this is something that I just want to get out of the way because it's harder. And so a goal that you should go after is 3 to 5 new people a day. And if you guys haven't made a list of everyone that you know, you need to do that. And I'm talking everybody. Go through your Facebook friends list, go through your phone, your hairdresser, her friends. Just make that list, and you're going to work from that list daily. Cross 3 to 5 people off, go through it. Now, the main thing I want to stress is you do not message these people and say that you're a Beachbody coach or that you've started this new business. I just feel like that's kind of, they think you're coming at them with sales. So a couple examples for you. Whoever it is, you know, depending on your relationship with them already, but, you know, hey Susie, you popped up in my news feed. How have you been? It's been forever. Or I can't believe you graduated 10 years ago. What have you been up to? Or people love talking about their kids. So your kids popped up in my news feed. They're adorable. How old are they? Just kind of talk about them and ask how they are. This conversation may or may not lead to Beachbody. And the only way I feel like it should is if they present you with a need that Beachbody could fulfill. So I would say when I was doing this as a new coach, and I've told people this, like I would message people and then I'd like slam my laptop shut and like run away because it's scary at first. And I'd say most of these conversations didn't lead to Beachbody for me, but I was thinking this through, and I think it's probably about at least 50%, if not more, of these people have either been a client of mine or are now a coach. And it's because that relationship has been reestablished. So when you're talking to these people, messaging these people, you're going to start showing up in their news feed more. It's just kind of how Facebook works. And so just kind of getting on their radar. So when you're having these conversations, it's best to just be interested in them, ask them questions about their life. I feel like most nice, normal people will carry on the conversation, ask you questions about yourself. And that's when you can kind of share just little bits and pieces about your life, but truly make it about them. So some of you I know have heard of the FORM acronym. Basically just gives you some ideas of what to talk about with these people. So F for form, it's FORM, and F is for family. So kids, dogs, husband, you know, ask if they've been married. And then occupation, recreation, especially with summertime, like a good conversation starter, you know, like, you guys going anywhere on vacation this summer? Or, you know, not really, what do you like to do for fun? That's kind of just random. But anything like that. And those things usually can kind of lead to message, which is the M. So whether, like I said, see if there's a need for Beachbody in their life. If it's a new mom and she says she's trying to lose weight, or someone who does not like their job and is wanting to make a little extra money, that's where Beachbody can fulfill a need, and that's when you can invite them or ask them. So that leads me into the second 20 minutes. So the first 20 minutes was initiate conversation or reach out to 3 to 5 new people a day. And this is the minimum. If you want to rock this, 10 to 20 people a day. So the next 20 minutes is follow up and invite. And this is where you really need to hit your inbox. And I'm going to say to make this only business related messages. So you're going to maybe have messages with other people, family members, or someone about an upcoming birthday party or something. Make this only business messages, okay? Because you've got 20 minutes. If you're on a time crunch and you're doing this in an hour, this is solely business. So when you are doing these conversations, if you're reaching out to 3 to 5 people, new people a day, you are going to have an inbox that's constantly getting messages. And so you're going to have conversations that are anywhere from you've just met the person and you're just getting to know them, and you're going to have messages that are at a point where you've already invited them to a challenge group. So this is where you're going to just be, working on those messages and returning, messages, everything that's already there. The big part of following up is, well, I feel like it's kind of where the magic happens. Sounds corny, but it's so true, because people are so busy. And if they've shown interest, you're not going to be bugging them if you're following up. For me, my rule of thumb is I give them, 2 to 3 days to message me back. And after that amount of time, then I just follow up with something very simple, like, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you. I knew you were interested in my upcoming challenge group. I'm holding you a spot if you want it, and I want to see if you were ready to commit. So something simple, tell them you're holding them a spot so they know that you are, you're investing in them. So most of the time, people do get back to you, and they'll either say it's not going to work for me right now, and the key is right now. It's not right now. It's not no. Or they're going to say, oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you reminded me, and take it from there. So if they don't answer you in that second follow-up, I usually do follow up one more time, just because I have, I've forgotten things as well. And I say something kind of silly, but hey, it's me again. I hope I'm not bothering you, smiley face or something. Smiley faces speak a lot of, I use them all the time. Hope I'm not bothering you, but I'm having everyone order in the next 2 days so they have their tools in time to start. Wanted to see if you were in. If they don't respond to me, then I move on. So I usually follow up twice, and it might be different. Some other coaches might do it differently. But if you don't follow up with people, it will never happen, ever. If you follow up and they say, no, not right now, then that's fine. But if you don't follow up, it will never happen. So you have to be doing the follow-up. So the other thing with that, when you're working from your list, I make notes next to people if I do need to follow up with them. And, lots of people will say, well, I want to wait till payday, or I want to wait for my tax return. So next to their name, I will write something like follow up on the 25th, because that's payday and that's when they said, and if you need a reminder in your phone, do it in your phone. But make a little note and just say, hey, I know you said you would maybe be ready today. Then they know that you're listening to their conversations, or listening, typing, whatever. But yeah, take note of, what they've told you and follow up. The other part of this 20 minutes is the invite. And that's where, because you have all these conversations going, this is where you need to be inviting to your challenge groups, inviting to the coaching opportunity. All of that should be happening in private messages. So I think that's pretty much it for the second 20 minutes. So the first 20 minutes was reaching out. Second 20 minutes is follow up and invite. And then the last 20 minutes, which I feel like a lot of times, sometimes I go over the last 20 minutes, and that messaging time is a little bit longer. I'm going to talk a little bit about personal development. So we recommend at least 10 minutes of personal development a day. And I, sometimes like to fit this into my power hour. Sometimes I like to do it before bed, so it's not technically in my power hour. But if you only have 1 hour a day to work on your business, and that's it, not more, not less, you've got to get your personal development in. We have lists of books that we can give you. Ask your upline if you have no idea where to start there. There's tons of amazing podcasts. If you don't have that, it's an app. I know for iPhone and the Android phones, you can get them. Some of my favorites are the Shalene Show, Build Your Tribe, Lewis House. I think it's LEWISHOWES. I might be wrong. And then all of the National Wake Up Calls are on a podcast, the Team Beachbody podcast, which is amazing because you can do these even in your car if you're not fitting it into your power hour. But if there's one thing that you can do in a day, you need to do your personal development. So the other thing that you can do in these last 20 minutes, if you have pictures on your phone that need editing, or if you want to schedule out some photos for the following day, lots of times I do that if I work the next day. I will schedule like an 8 o'clock post, a noon post, and an 8 p.m. post or something like that. Then you're not worrying about it. It's already done. The other thing, if you're struggling with understanding something about the business, YouTube is your best friend. I YouTube things daily. Like if you don't understand, Success Club or how to hit it, or you don't understand the different ranks, there is a coach that has made an amazing video about it. So this would be a great time to kind of educate yourself, to look around your back office, to check your back office. It's, if you have customers who are curious about orders, or your coaches are wondering, something about the back office, or you need to make sure all your coaches are active, or, just checking those things in the back office. Like Kelsey said, the breaking news at the top right-hand corner, keeping yourself in the know. So these last 20 minutes is kind of just the little things that help your business move forward. But it's not necessarily one specific thing, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go over the 3 minutes again, and it's reaching out to new people from your list and following up and inviting. And then the last is kind of just the hodgepodge: personal development, educating yourself, photo editing, or if you're messaging and you've got a full inbox, take it on through, but make sure you still get in your personal development. So I think that was maybe it. I feel like that was pretty quick. I got thrown off a little bit by my screaming child, but I really want to open it up to questions because I feel like I did kind of breeze through that pretty quick. And yeah, so does anybody have any questions? We could turn on some music and do a dance party for a minute for you all.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if you have any favorite personal development books, because I've kind of only dove into like 1 or 2. So.
Yes, I do. Something that really helped me when I first started my business was The Compound Effect and The Slight Edge. They both are the same kind of concepts, and the fact of doing little tasks daily give you big results. And that kind of helped me when I first started giving up TV shows and, just little things that you don't think about that are actually really time wasters. And it focuses a lot on health and business, so they were really great ones. Reading Eat That Frog right now is a really good one. It helps with like procrastination and goal setting. Push by Shalene Johnson is a really good one for goal setting as well. I kind of read like a bunch at a time. I'm also reading Entre Leadership by Dave Ramsey. Any book by John C. Maxwell is really good. And then Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster is on my list of next things to read. So that might give you a good start. But we do have a list somewhere that I could probably send you. Or Kelsey probably has it too. So that has a ton of books on there.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I am really struggling with getting people interested in my accountability group. I have one person, one stinking little person.
That's
So,
okay.
I don't know. I guess I've been feeling really down.
Yeah.
And just don't know what to do at this point.
Okay. I've been there. I feel like in the beginning it was a real struggle to fill groups. And that's kind of how the beginning of the business works. And it's the hardest part of the business, I would say. My best advice is just to continue to reach out to those 3 to 5 people every day, because let's say you are talking to a couple people who are wanting, do show some interest. They say only, I don't know, Kelsey, is it 1 out of so many people will actually commit? So that means you have to be talking to a lot of people. And I know that's really hard, and that was hard for me, but since my business has grown and I do have more people following me and I have reached out to a lot more people, I feel like there's a wider variety. So if I get a no, it's not as discouraging. And so I don't know how far you are in your list, but I would keep working that list and then really work on personal development, because it's hearing no all the time, which is what you get in this business, is a real confidence downer, if that's the right term. But it really makes you just feel like you're not any good, you're not cut out for this. And that is how every coach has felt. I mean, I have. Maybe I'm speaking out of line, but so personal development, I think, is probably just as important as anything else. So I don't know, do you have a good book right now?
I have The Compound Effect.
Okay. I feel like that's a good one.
Calling.
Yeah, just as long as you're continuing to do that. I don't know, Kelsey, do you have any other suggestions?
All I can say is I've been there. That was totally me in the beginning. Me and Lindsay used to run challenge groups together because we couldn't fill them on our own. And so team up with somebody, and getting just one person is okay. And I think the more you are in personal development and the more you reach out to more people, and Janelle has always said, like, some will, some won't next. And really just like having that like be your go-to phrase when people tell you no, like some will, some won't next, like no big deal. Not like you're treating them like dirt or anything, but just you kind of have to learn to not wear your heart on your sleeve so much. Because I know I did in the beginning. And when I got told no, I thought it was me or something. And it's not you. It's just, you got to keep going. And the more they see that you're getting results, and the more they see that, you're helping people, they'll come back around. They do. They always do.
They do. Also,
so Lindsay, I'm actually teaming up with Lindy. I don't know if I'd even told you that.
I thought you guys were, and that's great. And if you only have a couple people between the two of you, that's still 1 or 2 people's lives that could be completely changed. So just still run with it, even if you only have 1 or 2. It takes time to get it rolling. And make sure you are keeping track of those people that you're talking with. Like I said, follow-up is really important. And something that has helped me, if you guys aren't filling out your business activity tracker, which I don't know if you can see this, it's in your back office, but we can also, mine's kind of funny looking, it's different. But what I do each week is I write people's names on the back that I've been talking to that week. And it just kind of helps me to keep it in one place, and I know what week I'm talking to them. And it's just kind of a way to be organized, because I am not a naturally organized person. Like, I'm the opposite of organized, and I'm kind of a hot mess, and I'm surprised I've been able to keep track of anybody. But if you do write on the back of your business activity tracker, you've got everything on one piece of paper for that week. There's other ways to organize within your computer and stuff, but that's just what has worked for me. So.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's Leslie.
Hey, girl.
Sorry, I was trying to ask a question earlier, but my microphone wouldn't work. So anyway, I missed what the M was in form.
Oh, it's message. Which I think it means like you're actually delivering the message that you want to them. Is that right? Okay. Like, because you really want to find out about them, like, about their family and their job, and what they like to do for fun. And then if it leads to something Beachbody could help with, a need, whether an accountability group or the coaching opportunity, that's where you can deliver your message. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you. And
Yep.
then, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Okay. When you say like editing pics, I feel like sometimes I maybe spend too much time worrying about editing pictures, like not editing like I don't know, my face, but like putting words on it or making it something catchy for people. So how much time do you spend on that?
You probably shouldn't ask me that. Some days I can bust something out really fast, and it takes me 5 minutes. Some days I feel like I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes coming up with something. Something that has helped me, though, is like if I get an idea in my head, like, oh, that would be a great post idea, but I'm nowhere or don't have time, I will jot it down in the notes section of my phone, like either just the idea of it or the Bible verse or whatever it is that I'm like, oh, I could totally run with a post there. And then I'm kind of thinking about it, and it's hard finding pictures for me. Kelsey and I did professional pictures, and I recommend all of you doing that at some point when you can, because it really does put a professional side to your business. But I would say, taking pictures of your food, constantly taking pictures of things, not even to post right at that moment, but just to have in your camera roll to go back, and say, oh, I can make a post about this, so that you have a huge selection in your camera roll of things to do, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? Yeah? Yeah?
Has anybody ordered shirts from the Cross Training Couture site? Are they pretty like fit to size or whatever, however you say that? Or do you order big or anything?
I usually wear a medium in most things, and I got a medium.
Cool.
If you are one of my personally sponsored coaches, Eden, I like to give out Cross Training Couture tank tops to my Emerald coaches. So big goal there for you if anybody is wanting one. Just a little plug in there.
Last call. Anybody have any questions?
I think I talk fast when I get kind of nervous. So
no, I think it was perfect. I just don't want to make, I know I'm the girl that's like, I really have a question, but I'm scared to, like, that's just me. So.
There's no stupid question.
No, there's not.
No.
So I just want to make sure everybody has that opportunity to ask. Okay.
And I apologize for my children coming in on the call tonight,
No.
but that's it.
It's real life. It really is.
It is. Yes.
Okay. Well, I just think that was an amazing call, Lindsay. That was awesome. It was a good reminder for me too, because sometimes you can get lost in that news feed and you've been working for 30 minutes and really you've just been browsing.
Right.
Or if you're like me, you're like, oh, whatever you've been shopping for before. Oh, sorry. Whatever you've been shopping for, like, will show up in the Facebook like newsfeed, and you're like, yeah, I meant to order that. And then you're like ordering stuff when you're supposed to be working. So, anyway, so that was a good reminder for all of us to really just stay focused.
Yeah, and the other thing I was gonna say, when you are working, you know how you have the notification sign up in the little red thing up in the right corner? Do not click on that ever while you're doing your power hour. Just saying, because I always want to check, oh, someone commented on my photo, or someone, no, you can do that later when you're sitting on the pot or whatever. But do not click your notifications while you're power houring. Okay.
That's so true. Oh, and I was going to say something else.
Say it.
Oh, I know what I say. So I always turn my phone on airplane mode. My phone is distracting, like in itself.
Yes.
Like if my phone's dinging,
I need to do that.
then I'm like, oh, maybe I should look on Instagram really quick. And I just am all over the place. So if I turn my phone on airplane mode, then I don't have that problem. So that might work for you guys too.
I need to do that, yes.
It helps me. So I want to give one last announcement. I meant to do this earlier and I forgot. But Jen Boxberger and I are actually doing a What is Coaching call next Wednesday on our team call time. So it'll be next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So same time, we won't have a team call, but we will have a What is Coaching call. So if you have any prospects, if even in new people between now and then that you just want to say, hey, if you've ever thought about something like this, they will dial in a number. It won't be a Zoom chat like this. It'll be something where their lines will be muted, so they won't have to talk or anything. All they'll have to do is listen on their phone, and we will talk about the basics of coaching and what it's done to change our lives and just really introduce a business to people. So be sure to be inviting your prospects. Also, just let them know that it's a quick call. It's like 20, 30 minutes tops. So, and they'll be we'll open it up for a Q&A if there's time. So if they have questions and they want to ask, they can, but they don't have to if they just want to listen in. So be sure to be asking and inviting to that. So I'm so excited about that. And post about it. I'm going to post about it probably Sunday night, and then I will Wednesday right before the call. So post about it too. But Lindsay, that was awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, Kelsey, will you be putting that number for the call then, like in one of the groups, if we want to make it, and we'll just message it to people, or how will you?
Yeah, so I will probably put whatever post I'm going to do in the Team Fit and Fabulous page, and then Lindsay can pass that down to you guys, and everybody can pass it down to their teams. But I will put in my post, the number, and all the details, and do that in the group. So I'll let everybody know.
Cool.
It's going to be so fun. We're going to end June with a bang. I guess that'll be July, but that's okay. We'll still end June with a bang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for getting on tonight, and I will see everyone on Facebook.
Okay. Sounds good.